Hi, everybody. Okay, so now I will be talking to you about the frame analysis section of your paper. This is a 5-part section of your paper, and I will do a screen share here. So there are 5 frame analysis sections for your paper. You have the structural frame section first, and that is supplemented by the Bowman and Deal text. You will have the human resources frame after that, followed by political and power frame, the symbolic frame, and the trust frame. So the frame analysis section requires you to dig deeply into assessing how a given frame relates to the problem at hand. So you by now in this process are very familiar with your problem. You have thought about it from a range of angles. You've articulated clearly what it was in the problem section, and then you've talked to various interviewees and heard what they thought about it. Now it's time for you to take what the interviewees have said into account, but to really think about all of the complexities of your problem through the theoretical frame. So in the first frame, for example, we'll be putting on the structural frame glasses, and we will be looking through the structural frame at our problem and seeing what that lens reveals to us about the nature of the problem. So I have a very specific structure that I would like to see this in. It will involve an opening paragraph, 4 body paragraphs. Each body paragraph should be based on one theoretical concept. So you will name a theoretical concept from the Bowman and Deal text, and then you will talk about what it reveals about the problem at hand and some of the intricacies regarding the nature of the problem. So you will tease that apart, and then you will close with a closing paragraph that can highlight a little bit about solutions, but I don't want you digging into it deeply, but maybe there's some ideas that you have for solutions that seem to be generated by this theoretical frame. So in that case, you can use the closing paragraph as a place to make a note of that so you can return to it later. I want to show you an example of what a paper like this might look like. So I'm in our Brightspace page here, and I am clicking in, I'm going into information tag, and then I'm going down, and I'm going to the exemplar. So here you will see this is an exemplar from many semesters ago, but it's a piece that I liked, and I think it's useful for students in this class to be able to see what the project is that is expected of you. So you can see here that the student has their problem statement, all of it. I'm going to go down to the structural frame. Sorry to make you dizzy. So here we go. So this student opens up by giving a broad sense for what the structural frame is and names some key concepts. The student dives into talking about one of the key concepts from the text, so suboptimization, talk about what they take away from it and how it relates back to their problem at hand. They name a second issue, differentiation versus integration. So again, that's a theoretical concept. They name what the theoretical concept is, and then they go into teasing apart what it implies about understanding the problem within their school environment. And then they close with some final thoughts around what this reveals about the nature of their frame. So I do suggest going into the exemplar and taking a look at it. I think it can offer some useful directions for you as you develop your own analysis and your own paper.